question 16 now. So because I can see x minus 4 there, this will come here, and x plus 4 will come here. So x times x is x squared, and then minus 4 times the x is minus 4x, and then here plus x times 4 is plus 4x, and here is plus 4 times minus 4, which is minus 16. So if it was just 4 times 4, it would have been 16, but because it's 4 times minus 4, the answer is minus 16. So from this yellow section, I've got x squared, then from here I've got minus 4x, and then from here I've got plus 4x, and from here I've got minus 16. So the x squared, just copy it down as it is, there's no collecting like terms. The minus 4x and plus 4x just cancels out. So if I've got minus 4x and I'm adding 4x, it's just 0, and then minus 16. So the final answer is x squared minus 16. So whenever you have x, so even if I had plus 5 here, if this is plus 5 and this is minus 5, so long as they're both the same number but opposite sign, the answer will always be x squared, because x times x is x squared, and then plus 5 times minus 5 is minus 25. That would be the answer. Okay, another example would be if I had x minus 6, x plus 6. So because x here and x here, it will be x squared, and then minus 6 times 6 is minus 36. This will only happen so long as this and this are the same, so x and x are the same. The number here is 6 and 6, and there's different signs. One is plus, the other one is minus. So for example, if we had a minus 7 and a plus 7, the answer would be a squared, and then 7 times 7 is 49, so it will be minus 49. Another example would be, say if I had b and 8 and 8, one of them has to be positive, one of them has to be negative, so let's make this one positive and make this one negative. It doesn't matter which way it goes. So b times b would be b squared, and then plus 8 times minus 8 would be minus 64. So these were just a few extra examples to show you a quick little technique there. So to question 17, I've got x minus 2, so x minus 2 goes on the top, then I've got 2x plus 1, so 2x plus 1. So 2x times x, do a bit of side work in here to explain that a bit more. 2x times x is the same as saying 2 times x times x. So that would be 2 times x is x squared, so it would be 2x squared. So write that down here. And then it's 2x times minus 2. So 2x times minus 2 is the same as saying 2 times x times minus 2. I can just say 2 times minus 2 is minus 4, and then times x will be minus 4x. And then here is plus 1 times x, which is plus 1x. Normally we don't write plus 1x, but here we will just for working out. And then plus 1 times minus 2. So this is minus 2 and this is plus 1. So 1 times 2 would be just 2, but because it's 1 times minus 2, it's minus 2. So from here, I've got 2x squared. Then from here, I've got minus 4x. And from here, I've got plus 1x. And then from there, I've got minus 2. So with the 2x squared, there is nothing else to x square, so you cannot collect like terms, cannot be simplified anymore, so just leave that as it is. Then here I've got minus 4x and 1x. So if I've got minus 4 lots of x and then I add 1 lot of x, that's minus 3x. And then minus 2 here, we'll just copy it down. So this is the final answer. 2x squared minus 3x minus 2. And now question 18. Because I can see 2x minus 3, the 2x will go there, and the minus 3 will go there. And then I can see x plus 2, so the x will come here, and the plus 2 will come here. So here in the yellow bit, I've got 2x times x, which is 2x squared. To explain that a bit more detail, 2x times x is the same as saying 2 times x, that's that bit, times x again, which is that bit. So the final answer, as you can see, x times x will be x squared, and it's 2 times, so it will be just 2x squared. 2 times x squared. Then in this top green rectangle, I've got minus 3 times x, which is minus 3x. Then here I've got 2 times 2x, which is 4x. So to explain that in a bit more detail, so I had 2 times 2x, which is same as saying 2 from here times, from this bit I get 2 times x. So 2 times 2 is 4, times the x is just 4x. So that's how we've got the 4x. And then here I've got plus 2 times 3 is minus 6. So from the yellow bit I get 2x squared. Then from here I get minus 3x. And then from here I get plus 4x. So it's positive. So it's plus 4x. Because it was plus 2 times plus 2x, so it's plus 4x. And then finally from here I get minus 6. So the 2x squared, there's no collecting like term, so just copy it exactly as it is, 2x squared. And then the minus 3x plus 4x is plus 1x, which we can just write as plus x. We don't need to write plus 1x. We don't write plus 1x, it's just plus x. So remember, minus 3 lots of x plus 4 lots of x is just plus 1x, which we can just write as plus x. And then this minus 6 just comes here. So the final answer is 2x squared plus x minus 1. So remember, here we don't write plus 1x. If it was part of the working out, you know, in this section here, when we're doing our working out, then it's fine. But in the final answer, we do not write 1x. So question 19 now. So we can see 3a plus b. 3a will go there and the plus b will go there. And then from the 2a minus b, 2b, the 2a will come here, and the minus 2b will go there. So I've got to do 2a times the 3a, which is 6a squared. To explain that in a bit more detail, 2a times 3a, which is same as saying 2 times a times 3 times a. Now the 2 times 3 is just 6 times a is a square, so it's 6a squared. Then we've got 2a times b is 2ab, and because it's positive here, just put plus sign there. And then here it's minus 2b times 3a, so minus 2 times 3 is minus 6, and then a times b, which is right like that. To explain that in a bit more detail, we've got minus 2b times 3a, minus 2b is minus 2 times b, then with the times sign, 3 times a means 3 times a. So if we do the numbers first, minus 2 times 3 is minus 6, and then times by a, and then times by b, which we can just write as minus 6 a b. We don't need the time signs in between. And finally, in the blue bit, we've got minus 2b times b, which is minus 2b squared. To explain that in a bit more detail, so we've got minus 2b times b. The same as saying minus 2 times b times b. Well, b times b is just b squared, and then we've got minus 2 times b squared, which we can just write as minus 2b squared. So from the yellow bit here, I've got 6a squared. Then from here I've got plus 2ab. And then from here I've got minus 6ab. And then from here I've got minus 2b squared. So with the 6a squared, there's no collecting like terms, so just copy it down exactly as we see it. And then here we've got minus 2ab, sorry, plus 2ab minus 6ab. So 2 lots of ab take away 6 lots of ab, makes it minus 4ab. And the minus 2b squared, there's no collecting like terms, so we can just copy that down, minus 2b squared. So the final answer is 6a squared minus 4ab minus 2b squared.